Let's be very honest, not all men are trash. You just keep picking trash. Yeah. Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Kamsinnamani, and if it's the first time you're seeing this beautiful face, please don't make it your last by clicking on the subscribe button and giving this video a big thumbs up if you end up enjoying it. And if it's not, hi guys, welcome back. So today we're going back to the ghetto. I don't know why you guys like bringing me back to these ghetto streets, but you know, the numbers don't lie, the stats don't lie. You guys love videos relating to this, and I'm just finally going to stop running away and give the people what they want. And you guys want topics about relationships, about men, about all of that. So yeah, I'm going to try and be pumping out as many videos as I can. So if you have like other topics or suggestions relating to this type of video, please don't forget to leave it in the comment section. But yeah, let's dive right into the topic of today. So today I'm going to be teaching you guys, or telling you guys, or giving tips on how you can level up your taste in men. Because you need to, honey. You need to, okay? Yeah, so if you want to know these tips, please keep on watching. Right, so before I start off, I just want to give a disclaimer. Please, I make this type of videos for women I believe share similar views and interests as me. So I come from a different point of view, and I know that you might not agree with them. That's fine, I'm still right anyway. But please, if you are not ready or you don't think we share the same views, please click out, because I'm really getting tired of the comments from certain people. The person you're with or your partner is a very, very critical factor in creating a brand, a long-term brand, because you know, if you plan to be with someone, it's also good that they match your brand and match where you see yourself going. So yes, now let's start. So my first tip on how to level up your taste in men is have standards. Have standards. What are standards? To me, standards are just like a set of qualities that the man I want or want to be with has to have. So these may include, you know, physical qualities, intellectual qualities, religious qualities, all of that. So how I rank mine is from character, mindset, finance, looks. So those are like my four big, like, okay, so in character I put in religion, all of that, his behavior, is he a Christian, does he take God seriously? From then, mindset, how does he think, how does he view women, how does he see himself? Finance, can he be able to take care of me and himself? Because I think everybody can kind of say they can take care of themselves, but when you bring in an extra human being, can they still cope? All of that. Where is he in his career? Can it match mine? Then we go to looks. How does he look? I think we tend to undermine a person's physical qualities when we're talking about, oh, like a good partner. It matters. The looks matter as well. I feel like looks are like the very first thing we notice in a person before we even start interacting and engaging. So yes, looks are very important, but I just put them as number 4. Not trying to say that it doesn't matter, but I feel like someone's character should kind of be more important than their looks. So yeah, so talking about standards, when you're talking to a person or you see a guy, you have to have a particular set of, I don't want to call it a list, because I know that I've made this video about, I think something about the list, and they were like, it's not practical to have like a list of a perfect guy. I'm not saying that, but you should have a list of things that you want in a partner. And when you meet someone for the first time, or you guys are just talking and just getting to know each other, you should have those things at the back of your mind. That, does this man meet my standard? For example, his character, how does he treat people around him? How does he treat his family? Does he have bad habits? Does he smoke? Is that a deal breaker for me? There's just different things you have in your mind, and you have to have those because that's what you're checking, so that you know, does he make the cut? There has to be a cut. It's not everybody that you see that you take in, and I'm going to go into this in my next point, but you have to have standards. Standards make you selective, standards make you picky, Standards make you avoid setting unnecessary dilemmas. I'm really keen on avoiding unnecessary stress. Standards will help you avoid this. Okay, so another tip on how to level up your taste in men is not having the scarcity mindset. So what is the scarcity mindset? It's a mindset where you're kind of obsessed with the idea that there's a lack of something. In this situation, a lack of good men. When you have this mindset that, oh my god, good men are so hard to find, I don't know if I'm going to find, and then if someone that approaches you and maybe he just doesn't really match up, but he's not that bad, because you feel like, what if you don't find any other person? You now give access to people that you shouldn't have even given access to. I don't know why a lot of women do that. It's not necessary. It's not everyone that approaches you that should get a shot with you. Let's be honest. There's some people, I'm not saying be rude, I'm not saying be saucy, but you can politely decline. Not everyone should be able to be like, oh yeah, me and this girl, we used to chat, we used to talk. What does that even mean? So when you see a guy and you see he doesn't match up, you're not even going to waste more time, because you know that, yeah, this one didn't work. I know I'm going to find someone better than him, so let's keep it pushing. It makes you not settle for less. Basically, having a scarcity mindset makes you settle. And settling is really, you can settle with lots of things. You can settle with maybe your boss, you can settle with, I don't know, your friends, but settling with a partner, a romantic potential lifetime partner, I don't think it's something you really want to settle for. So having a scarcity mindset makes you desperate. It makes you just like, okay, manage anything, and it exposes you to men you should have not even had any business with to begin with. And then let's say when things eventually fizzle out and maybe a better option comes around, the better option might now know the one you were managing, and it's like, oh, do you know this person? And they're like, yeah, me and her used to chat, me and her used to talk. You know, this coded rubbish language that can mean anything. What does you and her used to chat? It can actually spoil your chances, because I'm not even going to lie. I can see a guy and I'm like, oh, this guy looks so good. And maybe I ask around and they're like, oh yeah, this guy used to be with this girl. And even though like I'm all about sharing positivity, let's be honest, like I always say, not everyone is a high value woman. It's just a type of girl, like someone will tell me this guy has been with, and I'm like, ew, never, like I'm not going to be with that guy. Do you understand? Like, that's just how it is, and it can happen to you. So be very aware that your decisions affect you. Stop having this scarcity mindset, because it can cost you a better partner in the future because you wanted to settle and that just blew up in your face. If you truly believe that you're a good person and you're a catch and you have amazing qualities and you are single as a woman, why do you find it hard to believe that there is a guy that is just as good as you, that is a catch as well, and is also single? Because you're good and you're single, so why do you think that all the good men are taken? So have that in mind. So another tip on how to level up your taste in men is know your worth. This kind of goes hand in hand with having standards, because it's from how you see yourself and how you see your worth. That was what would dictate the standards you set. Some people have high standards, some people have low standards. So when you feel like you are truly a catch and anybody will be lucky to have you, you will most likely have high standards for your partner. And I'm not saying that you have to have a perfect partner. Obviously, no human being is perfect. Even you as yourself, you have your own faults. But when you have standards and you know your worth, you fizzle out a lot of people. But when you're not even sure of who you are or what you're worth, you stand a risk of just feeling that anybody can have you. You're not even like a big deal, so why are you making such a fuss about your partner? When you see yourself as like, do you know who I am? Do you know what you stand to gain? Do you know how I can improve your life? You won't just give yourself away to just anybody that comes and chats to you or sends you a DM, you reply, you give everybody your number. You wouldn't do that. If you truly knew your worth, you wouldn't do that. Another tip would be learn from your mistakes. Learn from your mistakes. I'm about to, stir up something. So we all know the popular read, men are trash, men are this, men are that. Mixed feelings about that, because I feel like a lot of us go through, maybe you go through a bad breakup or you go through a relationship and you heal from that and you're ready to date again, but you didn't really analyze that relationship. You didn't bring out where this guy went wrong, where you went wrong, what can you learn from this relationship, and apply that, think about that before going into another relationship. Some of you just jump from one relationship to another and you don't even know you're repeating cycles. So why is it that with you, for example, if you're one that all the guys you've been with, they never want to take you seriously, why is that? Leave them for a bit, for a second, just leave them. Focus on yourself. Why is it that all the guys you've been with, they never want to take you seriously? What is the common denominator in that? You. Now, I'm not trying to give excuse for them. Nah, I'm trying to say you. Why do you keep going for the same type of guys? That is a cycle. Some of you are in a cycle and you don't even know. This is like your fourth, fifth relationship, still ending for the same reasons. There is a problem with you as well. It's not just about me and children. Why do you keep going for trash? Why do you keep going for trash? Because not all men are trash. Let's be very honest. Not all men are trash. You just keep picking trash. You need to know what the problem is. For example, there's something called attachment styles. Do you even know about that? There are like, I think 3 to 4 types of attachment styles. We have the avoidant, we have the anxious, we have the secure. I can't remember like the last one. So for example, let's say you're anxious. You have an anxious attachment style. So that means you tend to maybe be a bit more clingy, a bit more needy. You know, you want attention, and for some reason, I can't remember the reason, but most people that have anxious attachment styles like avoidant attachment style. So avoidant attachment style is usually people that are not very emotional. They don't really show emotions. They might like you, but they don't really show it the way you show yours. So most of the time, if you're inside a relationship, the person with the anxious attachment style might not be satisfied emotionally because it's just not the same, and the person with the avoidant might feel like you're wanting too much, or you're doing too much, or you're too much. Do you get? So these are issues, and if it doesn't work out because of this, you now have to know that you, as someone with an anxious attachment style, you are most likely to be attracted to someone that has an avoidant style, and you have two options. Either you realize that, and when you are going back to the dating world, you pick on if this guy is avoidant or secure. When you now know that, you now say, okay, can I cope with how he is? He's not that emotional. Can I handle that? And you're now aware that, okay, even though he's not like cuddling you or all that, you know that he still loves you. Or you can just say, you know what, I don't want this. I want someone that can match up with the way I do things. So either you now start looking for someone with an anxious attachment style like you, or someone who is secure. So that's someone who can really, he's just like, you know, he's the perfect one, secure. So this is just a very small example of the things that might be going wrong, and you're not even aware of this, and you don't know. You're just wondering why you're never in like long-term relationships, or your relationships never last. So many things are going on. So if you don't take out the time to learn from your mistakes and learn from your past relationships and past partners, and knowing what is happening, what does this keep happening to me, look at it, dig deep. Sometimes you don't have to jump into a next one. Chill for a bit, relax, and really do your homework and work on yourself and know what your next plan is. What's the definition of insanity? Doing the same thing and expecting different results. You can't keep going for the same type of men and expecting to end up having like a fairy tale ending. Some people end up having that, but you don't even know what really went on behind the scenes, or if it truly is a fairy tale ending. So learn from your mistakes. Someone that I feel like is a very good example from this point is Sierra. Sierra went from Future to Russell. What's that his name? Russell Wilson? Is that his name? Do you see how different, very, very, very different these two men are? Both lifestyle, both looks, both. I mean, there's even one picture of them trending when they were praying. I'm like, wow, this girl really made a whole 360. She's a perfect example of someone who learned from her mistake. You can also say, oh, Russell doesn't have the swag of Future. It's swag that you will be using in your marriage now. Swag. Someone that has how many baby mamas? Like, I don't think he's even richer than Future. He still has money. The lifestyle didn't change. If anything, it got better. Her social status got better. You can even see how happy she is. That's someone that learned from her mistake and switched. So if you're really out for happiness, you have to learn from your mistakes and make a change. You have to make a change. Another tip on how to level up your taste in men is work on your appearance. Well, this video should not get me cancelled. So we all know, yes, I do not dress for men. I dress for myself, you know. I dress for myself, whatever style I may have. So we're on the same page on that. But there's also this page called reality. Men are very visual human beings. They are attracted to what they see a lot of the time. And if you're someone that is a bit more risque with your style, so you know, you show the boobs, you show the back, you show the legs, you show everything at once, and that's fine. That's your style, cool. But make no mistake that you will attract a lot of men. Almost all of them. I think across the board, they're all visual, no cap. But when you tone it down, you might not attract the same amount of men as you would when you were letting it all hang out. So what is the difference? When you know, tone it down a bit, you have dropped some type of men already, which helps you when you're looking for, you just need one. You just need one man, sis. Or if you want three, do you? But you get what I'm trying to say. Your appearance gives a lot of vibe, gives a lot of impressions. And if you have this in a why do a certain type of men approach me, sometimes check how you present yourself. It plays a part. If you're looking for a certain type of man, you should also be dressed in a way that he also would see you as a serious potential partner. Basically, are you your spec? Or it all depends on where you are in the state of your life. We dress for ourselves, good and fine, but make no mistake that how you dress attracts a particular type of man, and if that is not what you're looking for, then change something. Another tip on how to level up your taste in men is pick where you go. Be selective about where you go. It's not every single rave that they put up that you should attend. Pick and choose. When you have standards and you know the type of man you're looking for, you should know where this type of man will be and where he won't be. And also, if you know your worth, there are some places, regardless of whether men are there or not, there's some places that you should not be caught dead in because what's going on. For example, my ideal partner would not be at a beer parlor shouting with fellow drunks at maybe like a football match, if that makes sense. So that's what I'm trying to say. But there's some things you see now and you're just like, the people that will be here will be kids. I'm looking for a kid, I'm looking for a man. It's also good when you're scarce. It's not everything that happens that you should be going for. They will see you here. Kind of devalues you in a way. So either pick and choose or don't attend at all. So be very selective. When someone's inviting you for something, check. Is it going to be something dead? I don't want to go. Check who will be there. From the flyer, you can gauge what they're talking about. They're saying, we're going to be out till mama calls. Like the time will be like from 9 p.m. to mama calls. Sis, you should not be there. What are you doing? Same thing goes even for restaurants. Let's say, I mean, if you're looking for a certain man in a certain class, you might have to pull out your checks and go for more expensive restaurants, more exclusive restaurants, as opposed to a restaurant that might still serve good food but might be on the cheaper side. You know, all sorts of things. It's like something called strategic positioning. So you kind of know what you're looking for and you should know where to find those type of people. Another tip on how to level up your taste in men is control your emotions. It's very common for women to get very carried away, especially in the beginning phase when everything is just lovey-dovey and butterflies. You're seeing all the red flags, but you're flying over the red flags. You're like, oh my God, he's so good looking. Stop it. Use your brain, not your heart, especially in the beginning. Be very aware of what is going on. Some of us, we might see certain things and we just choose to dismiss it because you like how you're feeling. No, control your emotions. Sometimes hold back on your emotions. Let this man prove to you why you should be with him. Some of you will suck at poker. From your face, he can already see that you're already into him. Like there's nothing, you're good, he's all good. Green light, it's not good. At the beginning, be a bit reserved. You're gauging him, you're still seeing what's happening, you're still seeing what he is about, you're still seeing his behavior, you're basically reading him. Some of you don't take out time to really study this person that you're talking to. You just kind of like jump stages, and you know, when you're young, that can be excusable, but the older you get as a young adult, that is not very wise. When you just jump, you don't give people the time to prove themselves to you. So like I said in that other point, learn from your mistakes. So if you're saying that you're getting ahead of yourself, pull yourself back, reel it in, like chill, no one is running away. If he's serious, he would go at your pace as well. Alright guys, so the last tip I'm going to give is be patient. Be patient. Take your time. I mentioned this in the scarcity mindset point. When you are rushing or you feel like there's nothing else that's coming, nothing better than this, you end up being desperate and taking everybody that comes your way. But when you are patient, when you know that this is not yet my time, so I'm just going to focus on myself, work on my career, work on every other thing. There's so many parts of our lives that have nothing to do with men, and I think that's one of the reasons why I really didn't want to really be pushing this type of videos, because I'm so sick and tired of hearing about everything relationship, even on my timeline, shade room, spiritual world, just about everything's about relationships. And then there's just so many other interesting factors of life, especially with women. Like, you're learning to know yourself as a woman, which is, I'm in that journey, and it's so mind-blowing how different I am compared to 5 years ago. Yes, your career, there's friendships. Friendship is something I'm really just getting to know as well as a young adult. Making friends with women, and it's almost as satisfying as a romantic partner, because these are your friends, they know you. If anything, I don't want to say it on a deeper level, but friendships are actually something you can really build on while waiting for God to show the perfect man to you. You don't have to be spending 24 hours of your day thinking, oh God, when everything. Like, I know social media does not help. You see the vacation, you see the flowers, you see the gift, all of that. But one thing you always know, you don't know what's happening behind the scenes. So if you're in that boat, be patient. I can't remember that phrase about, is it the patient dog gets the fattest bone, something like that. But just be patient, because when you settle, please do not settle. Please, please, please do not settle. Know your worth, because you know you're one of a kind. You just have to wait on someone who's also one of a kind, and one of a kind implies that not everyone is like you. You're one of a kind. So be patient. Time is on your side. Focus on other things, because when you're idle and your mind will keep racing, you're like, oh, I want, my mates are this, my mates are getting married, all of that, it doesn't matter. Please be patient with yourself, be patient with God. If it's not coming, just leave it. If anything, I feel like it's when you're not looking that, boom, God just drops in, like, here you go. So yeah, alright guys, that's it for this video. I wanted to keep it short and cute. I hope it was really short. I hope you find these tips helpful. Honestly, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon. Every year we're learning, every day we're learning, we're changing from our toxic habits, we're trying to improve our lives. And I just feel like with men, it's too much of a big deal for you to just think about it lightly or just accept anyone that comes your way. Listen, some of us have this problem with attention. You just want attention. You have to check that, because attention can cost you a lot. What are you doing with attention? What are you really doing with attention? Some of you really need to cut it back. It's not everyone that you have to talk to. You call it being nice, I just call it unnecessary. Not every guy that comes to you should say that they had access to you. And you can say, oh, that's not what happened. Well, it now becomes a problem of she said, he said, when you could have just killed it from the get-go. If you guys love this video, please give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. And if you have similar topics you want me to talk about or address, please leave it in the comment section. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye!